Hey guys, it's Steve Khalilzadegan. I am your chair for the MLS 2023 Board of Directors, and I am with my vice chair, John Fleckenstein. Did I say it correctly?
You did.
Perfect.
We have great last name.
I know, right? It's a little complicated, but today we got some new information that's coming out for items that are going to be implemented within the next 30 days for additional changes into effect with the matrix. And so the MLS is going to see a little bit of changes here for the better. Do you want to take the first one and then I'll hit the next two?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
So one of the things you're going to see coming out in the next 30 days is we have created a new buyer's incentive field. It is a drop-down field with a yes, no, and you can select what those incentives are, whether it be closing costs, contributions, something like that from the seller that they're offering to a buyer. The nice thing with this is those incentives are also going to be syndicated, and they're going to be searchable for buyers when they're going to websites and stuff. They can actually find those fields and find those properties. Those incentives available.
So buyers can search if we're having an incentive for them.
Absolutely.
That's okay. Cool.
So
right on.
So that was one of the cool things that came out of this, was being able to get that out there to the public for those buyers to be able to look at. As we all know, these buyers' incentives are becoming a big thing with interest rates having increased and affordability always being an issue. We really wanted to be able to market those listings that have that incentive out there. Yeah, and then get it out to the public and get it out to the buyer's agent so they know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. So that is going to be huge, because I know what I'm searching for clients. It's right now, it's almost impossible to find incentives, and we could try to, manipulate the system, but this will kind of streamline everything for everybody. And then, so the next thing that's going to be happening is what I'm really excited about. I do some land, I do bulk sales sometimes. We call them portfolio sales sometimes. But if you have a client that has, let's say, multiple pieces of real estate, and they say, hey, I want to sell all 5 of my homes, but I want to sell it to one person. Okay, great. Let's do it. Now, in our current matrix, it does not allow us to really put everything together so someone can really see all of the parcel numbers and all of the addresses that come along with it. This is going to be a combination of everything. So you could put, let's say, 5 homes for $1 million each, and then you can have one listing in the MLS for one address. They click on it and say it's $5 million. This isn't a $5 million home. This is a $1 million home. What's going on with it? So you click into it, and then it says also all of these other parcel numbers are coming along with this sale. And so you can hyperlink into each one and search around and take a look at the total package.
So can this also go with land and other
yeah, actually.
categories?
So the land was like the spear. What is it when you like the idea that's like, oh, hey, this is what we should do. Yeah, the lightning bolt, right? So yeah, that was the light bulb that turned on with land, because we've seen so many cases of land sales where they have multiple small parcels around that one chunk. It's not just 20 acres, it's 21 acre pieces, right? And I mean, in my neighborhood, I have that right now. So that is going to get cleaned up so you can have one listing saying all of these parcel numbers are coming along with it.
That is big, because I know it's been a problem with a lot of folks is you're looking in there and all you can see is that one parcel. You got to go in and find it in the remarks. No, it's not really 5 acres. It's 20 acres. And
exactly,
all these are going with it.
Yep.
So I think this is going to be a lot better for searching and just for having that information.
Exactly. I completely agree. One of the next big things that I thought was, not a huge deal, but then when we started investigating it, it really is. The next big thing about this is fraudulent listings, fraudulent sales. Let's say, as a seller, you come to an agent. The agent is supposed to make sure that you own the home, right? Or own the property itself. Sometimes agents may not confirm that that seller owns that home. And it's pretty easy to go on the taxes and say, well, John owns this home. It says John owns it. That's true. But also make sure you see their ID, right? To confirm this is John. The next thing where it gets a little bit more tricky is when it's an LLC, it's a trust that owns the home. And they say, well, I own the trust and I control it. You need to make sure you see the governing documents that can control if they have the ability to sell this. They may not have. They may be one of many people that own this LLC or the trust. So you need to make sure you have everybody on board and you confirm with the governing documents that this person does have the ability to sell this property. It seemed like something that would be common sense, right? Or just
it does. But the interesting thing with this is with technology, with how this has morphed into, this is a real problem, and people don't realize you can complete a transaction from start to finish and never lay eyes on your client.
Yep.
So it's imperative on us as practitioners, know your client, know who you're dealing with, take some extra steps, and make sure the folks that you're dealing with are the people you're supposed to be dealing with.
Yep.
There are many cases out there where property is actually closed with mobile notaries.
It has.
And no one ever, fake IDs.
Yep.
The notary went along with it, all of this stuff, and nobody knew until the seller is like, or the actual owner of the property is like, what do you mean you just sold my property?
Exactly. And, that happened downtown Las Vegas. There's a big landowner down there, big property owner, and that property closed fraudulently. The seller had no idea that their property was being sold. A buyer purchased it. They funded it. They had a loan. They closed it, and they made off with a bunch of money being a fake seller. You would think that this could never happen, but through a series of unfortunate events, it does happen.
Yes.
So please, again, make sure you do see all the information to know that they are the seller and they do have the ability to sell this property.
Absolutely. Good information.
Yeah.
One of the things we also wanted to remind everyone, all of the members, you have a great resource here with the board, with CoreLogic, with our open labs. Please, they would love for you to come down and sit in their classes and take the training and correspond with them. And it's unfortunate because it's a great resource, but a lot of us either A, don't know what's out there, or B, just don't avail ourselves. So I'm asking everyone, please, please, please reach out to these guys. Sign up for these labs. When you have questions on these changes and things going on in Matrix or any of the platforms that we're using, that's the source. Go to them. They can help you with that. So take the time to sign up for these courses and educate yourself a little bit better on all the offerings that we have.
Yep. And I guess if you want to reach out to the MLS department directly, you can call phone number 702-784-5050 or email mls@lvrrealtors.org.
And they love to hear from you. And like Steve mentioned previous, send us your ideas. Anything you guys have.
Yep.
Hey, we work for the membership. So anything you guys have that an idea, no idea is stupid. We look at all of them. If you send an email, one of us is going to look at it.
Yep.
So please take the time. If you see something out there that you think needs to be hit or addressed or whatever, get it to us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't say that better myself. But let me see. Stay tuned for the coming weeks for more information related to your MLS. And I do appreciate you watching this. And we're going to hopefully put out more videos that are packed full of more information for you.
And like us on social media.
Yep.
Be sure you.
Down below is going to be all of our social media contacts. So check out all of that information down there as well. All right, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Bye.